Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of the Moreno Show. Hope you're all feeling good today. Guys, today the White House had a wild day. The Oval Office went off the rails in a surprise showdown with the president of South Africa. And in this wild event and disagreement, President Trump made South Africa's president watch a montage of videos and made him answer for it. Here is a little bit of that. This is chilling, entertaining, and honestly, everything in between. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Also, guys, if you like having conversations like this, if you think they matter, please consider liking and subscribing. They're one of the best ways you can help me out. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in.
Turn the lights down. Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. What we never want to do, can we drop my membership from this useless parliament?
Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Come on, sir. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Pa, pa.
The man of D-A-N-P-E is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashama and Suri will not be touched. They will be touched, no one. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill. No master. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Blah, blah, blah. Shoot to kill. Come on, sir. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, was not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
I mean, do you understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter? They freak out. It sounds like a genocidal.
I can't take it.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refuge in America.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. both sides of the road, you have crosses.
So, in so many of these shocking videos, you'll hear the same phrase again and again, which was shoot to kill. And this has been a big problem for a really long time. We've even had people like Elon Musk be incredibly outspoken about this. And in this moment, you actually see him staring down the South African president, and George says it. He's staring him down as if he wants to fight him, and this is just so real because again, Elon Musk has been talking about this for a really, really long time. He has been sounding the alarm. He has been posting, reposting all these things, asking why, how come no one is doing anything about it, and now President Trump is trying to act on it. Check this out.
Tremendous complaints about Africa, about other countries too, from people. They say there's a lot of bad things going on in Africa, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. When you say we don't take others, all you have to do is take a look at the southern border.
So there you go. Elon Musk out there with the stare down. Behezy ends up writing, I don't blame Elon. The South African government won't let his company do business because he is white, even though he was literally born there. Absolutely crazy. So after the videos were played, the reporter asked the South African president if he denounces what he saw, and this is his response.
So you denounced that type of language in the video that you saw?
Oh yes, we've always done so. As government, as my own party, we are completely opposed to that. We, in 1955, adopted a document which said South Africa belongs to all who live in it.
But why wouldn't you arrest that man? That man said, kill the white farmers, kill the white farmers. And then he danced, and he's dancing, and it's kill the white farmers. I'm not sure, but I think if somebody got up in Parliament and started saying kill a certain group of people, he would be arrested very quickly. That man is going all over South Africa, and that's not a small party. That was a stadium that holds 100,000 people, and I hardly saw an empty seat. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of representation. And those crosses, we have dead white people, dead white farmers, mostly. And you take a look at Australia, they're being inundated, and we're being inundated with people that want to get out. And their farm is valueless. It's valueless. And they just want to get out with their life. And this is a very serious situation.
And, ladies and gentlemen, there is more. As Benny Johnson says, President Trump pulls out a massive stack of papers of white farmers who were brutally murdered. He goes through them one by one and calls out South Africa's president to his face. Death, death, death. I'll give these to you. This is absolutely brutal. And you know what? Before anybody asks, because I try to be a little bit fair here, some people are going to say, oh man, like, did anybody vote for this? Did anybody ask for President Trump to be meeting with all these other countries in the Oval Office and to have it broadcasted to millions of people? If you ask me, did I vote for important conversations to be had in front of the entire planet and have a president who's actually trying to be pushing humanity forward and to bring more accountability to other countries that we're actually engaging in trade with? If you ask me, I think, yeah, that's probably a good reason why many people were wanting to vote for President Trump in 2024. Okay, go ahead and check this out.
That we've just seen on the screen.
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death, death, death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone, white South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all, I mean, I'll give these to you. So when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couples say, that they were attacked violently. And,
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it is?
well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President Trump?
Your reaction to those videos,
President Trump.
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you.
Horrendous video. Wow, so shocking. And you know what? That video actually reminded me of this other clip that I could not have forgotten to put in because this is wild. You remember how in the beginning I started this video by showing the montage of clips that the Oval Office played? Well, guess what? Immediately after those clips played, a news reporter in the Oval Office had the audacity to ask President Trump that what he thought about the Pentagon accepting the Qatari jet for Air Force One, and President Trump literally lost it here. It was hilarious. And you know what? Shame on this journalist, honestly.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? You know, you got to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing. They also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back to your studio at NBC because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk about that. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter. Quiet. Let's go.
I'm almost speechless there. President Trump to this reporter says, "You ought to get out of here. Quiet, as if he's a teacher of a loud classroom and he's trying to communicate to his students. Quiet. That is wild. Go back to your studio. You're a disgrace." And that was shocking. Also saw this from Margot Martin. She says, President Donald Trump brought a TV into the Oval Office to show the president of South Africa a video of his own government calling for the killing of white farmers. Look at that. Absolutely wild. But the reason I wanted to share this clip is because here you could very clearly see the other officials here who were, for many times of the video, were refusing to look at the TV. This is really shocking. Look at this.
We are starting with this whiteness. You are cutting the throat of whiteness in Ghana. Shoot, kill, no
Look at that. They all have their backs against the TV and they're not even engaging with it. Yeah, look at that. Only very briefly do they turn around and glimpse, but that is really, really shocking. Look at this. Johnny Maga says, watch the South Africans refuse to look at the TV as video evidence of white persecution plays in the Oval Office. Catchard responds to this saying, greatest U.S. president in history, as President Trump does this. insane and baller move. Look at this. Someone else says, this is Viva Frey. They write, this is undoubtedly one of the greatest moments in presidential history. Donald Trump asked what it would take for him to believe there is no white genocide going on in South Africa. President of South Africa offers a preposterous answer. Donald Trump then plays 5 minutes of South African political leaders calling to kill white South African farmers. Watch his smile fade into grimace. And you can absolutely see that right here.
So for him, no,
I'd
seriously.
rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our president will respond to you.
Yeah, let me,
Thank you, Mr. President.
it will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it.
Sure.
And we have documentaries, we have news stories. And that, is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
We have, let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do.
You can literally see this man's smile go from a complete 10, from beaming, to complete, utter darkness as the videos start to play out. That is wild. Completely shocking. Anyways, guys, that is really the biggest story in politics today. Everyone is talking about all these stories went completely viral on X today, and I just wanted to go ahead and talk about it. Anyways, let me know what you thought about this. So what do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Do you think this is inappropriate? Which side of the coin are you landing on? Please let me know what you think about all this in the comment section, and I will see you all next time. Please consider liking and subscribing. That really, really does mean the world to me. And I hope you have a really good day, because you know what? I know the world looks messy. It's easy to get stressed out, but I hope you find a couple reasons to smile today. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.